Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today's review is going to be Night Terrors, a game made by FreakZone and Nicalis Games for the Nintendo Switch. It is an endless runner. Is it terrifying or lots of fun? Let's go ahead and check out today's review. So Night Terrors, as I mentioned, is an endless running game, which means you basically play the game until you either die or you fail the mission. Now, you play as a set of armor or a knight, little knight figure with a little sword, and strangely enough, he's able to jump up and use some vampire wings. So is he a demon? A demon knight? Who knows? The main purpose of this game is to run endlessly to the right, completing the levels by scoring enough points, making enough progress. You also have to avoid hazards in the level, which make the gameplay very similar to a very famous endless runner by the name of Flappy Bird. Yes, so the flying and jumping in the air and going through the spikes and avoiding obstacles is very similar to Flappy Bird gameplay. You'll encounter a variety of enemies which look really good in this 8-bit quasi 16-bit old school looking color palette that just screams 1980s. To me, it reminded me a lot of some old PC games from back in the 80s. I really loved how the colors looked, especially in portable mode. I thought this game looked wonderful. It was so much fun to look at, and it has that pizzazz that only Nicalis and FreakZone Games can really produce together in one of these games. And it's a pretty addictive little game. There's zombies, there's weird looking bats, there's even UFOs that like pop up. Like UFOs was kind of random. I wasn't expecting that. You're allowed to have up to 3 enemies miss. So you can have 3 enemies miss and then you have to start over per level. And then also you have a set number of hearts. You can also increase these hearts by gaining some power-ups that appear throughout the stage randomly once you unlock them. Unlockables are done with how much points you can rack up. Initially when you play, there's only normal mode, which is the normal mode of gameplay. And when you unlock power-ups like the axe, which does like an arch like in Castlevania, there's also power-ups for your armor that give you more health. There's power-ups that allow you to have a whole mess of stuff going around, a boomerang. It's kind of like a shooter, also in that retrospect. And then once you gain enough levels and points, you also start unlocking other modes, such as a flying only type of game where you fly across the spikes instead, and there's like no room to land and walk. There's also an endless mode, and there is a K-type mode, which kind of really makes it play like R-type. I guess that's kind of an homage to it. And then there's one more mode that I couldn't get to because I could not, for the love of me, get to level 10 in K-type. The game is really challenging, and it always gives you that one more time factor when you lose. It's very rewarding though when you do really good, and you could really mindlessly like tunnel vision this game, especially in portable mode. If you're sitting back on the couch playing it and you just have the TV in front of you, it's such a time waster. And the beautiful thing about this game is that it's really cheap. It's only $2.99 in the eShop, which for that price alone, for as well made that this game is, I could definitely recommend it. This game, sure, it looks like a mobile game, but guess what? This type of game is actually perfect for the Nintendo Switch. Not just because portable mode, but aside from the similarities to a game like Flappy Bird, instead of using the touchscreen to play, you use buttons. Buttons make this probably a bit more enjoyable than a game like Flappy Bird or even Temple Run. Now, the controls are pretty simple. It's 2-button controls. You use either the left trigger to flap or Y to flap, and then R and A are used to pretty much attack. And that's it. That's all you really got to worry about. Simple enough. 2 buttons. I like to use the shoulders only when playing this game, and it responds pretty good. There was never a time where I said, damn, this game sucks at all. And there's a lot of strategy involved with having to time your flapping with your attacks, especially with the air enemies and stuff. But overall, it's a real joy to play, and I was pretty impressed. I really enjoyed Night Terrors, and like I said, I highly recommend it that you guys check it out. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you're new to the channel, please leave a subscription and comment down below and hit that like button. Appreciate you guys. Now I'm going to go back to playing some more Night Terror. Peace out.